Hello again, it's Robert Radford, another game in the 50 Years of Chess series. This time I brought a game to you, and it's a game against someone I've played many times actually, Andrew Munn from Down End Chess Club. We've had many battles, Andrew and I. We both won a few, didn't draw very often. And this encounter happened in the 2019 Major Congress, Bristol Major Congress. And it was round 5. It was an important round. I think we both had a chance of winning, as it was I won. But this is how it happened. So I opened with white with d4. Andrew went knight f6, knight f3 and b6. So he was playing that season, and he did quite well with it, I understand. So I continue with bishop g5, bishop b2, e3, bishop takes knight, e takes bishop d3, and then f5. That's not so bad. Andrew can now get both bishops from shattered and have a hyper-modern type of look about his game. So I played c4, bishop d7, knight c3, and just carried on developing as he did, and we were both. Then he threw a d-pawn in to make it interesting. I think he wants to go knight d7 in a moment. So I went queen b3 rather than take. But then I remembered that after pawn takes, bishop takes, he's got bishop takes f6, which will completely mess up my kingside pawns, which I didn't want. But it is what it is, and so I took, and Andrew did indeed take on f3. So after that little debacle, I had to look at my position. I thought, well, it's not so bad. He's got no white square bishop now, and that's very good. So he then pushed on with the f pawn to weaken me so that I can't play e4 because he'd pick up the d pawn. So that was a bit of a nuisance. So I played my knight into e4. He played knight c6, continuing his development. Queen d3 so that he can't play knight a5, pinning the knight, forking the bishop and queen together. So he brought his queen out to h4. That's a little bit scary, but at the moment he's got nothing to back it up with. So we're okay. I went in the corner with the king. He's now bringing his castle into the game. He wants to play knight e5 and then take the pawn on f3, probably with the help of the queen, because I can go queen e2. But I moved my queen back anyway so that he can't do that. So then he went after my bishop with knight a5. Now I've said before about this, about pieces being attacked. If you can develop a piece from an exchange that happens, then it's not so bad. So I went rook c1. He took my bishop and I took the queen. And then he dropped his queen back up to h5, hitting that weak f pawn. So I moved my king up to defend it. Then Andrew developed the last piece, rook f to e8. I took the pawn on c7. It came up rook d5. So it's only my knight that's causing a nuisance to him, but he may be threatening to go rook takes knight, pawn takes, and then rook across. But unlikely, I think, because he can't do it because it's my move and I took the f pawn, and that makes it not possible now. So let's have a look. He's got 5 pawns. I'm 2 pawns up. Attacks my queen. Offers a queen swap, which is favourable for me. But I just realised something. Oh no. No, that's okay. If he goes queen takes queen, pawn takes queen, I can't go rook takes knight because I got pawn takes rook. That's okay, yeah. I remembered that. Knight back, hitting the rook. Hit my queen. Now that knight is really good there because it's hard for him to get in now. He can't attack the h-pawn because I can bring a rook behind it, so that's fine. My queen's nice and on the attack, attacking the rook. He goes back to f8, so that makes that rook not so good. Now I'm going to swap off a pair of rooks because I have got the advantage. I play the rook c1 so that I can drop, he thinks I can drop it down to c8. So he sees that and he plays queen 8, b4. But what Andrew has missed is I'm not interested in rook c8. I'm more interested in rook c7. And that's the end because it's going to be the end because he can't cover that pawn with the queen. If he goes back to f8, then I play rook c8. But he cannot put the queen on a white square to defend it. All he can do is, no, there's nothing really he can do, no. There's nothing, only put the bishop in the way, and that's not going to help. So, with that, Andy resigned. In what, in the end, wasn't such a titanic struggle as I thought it was going to be. But I was glad that the game finished earlier than what it did because it was the last round and I was always a bit tired on the last round. Nice win over my adversary, who I've played many times. A nice guy, Andy Munn. Thank you. See you next time.